Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode. It is a first of its kind episode.
Yeah.
And tonight's topic is, as you can see, whoever's watching right now, you can see the topic is sex, when we call it sex. So tonight we're talking about certain topics, things that people wondered, things about certain things you can get from sex, and just here and there questionnaires. So let's get on with the topic, and but before we continue, let's go ahead and get our intro going, and we'll be right back. And we have
Lisa
DeBoer,
aka Gemini.
aka, yes, that's what I was saying. But we'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the episode. To tonight's show, it is the Ben Herrera Show, live from Black River Studios. Tonight we have special guest Lisa DeBoer, aka
Gemini.
So go ahead and what's up, Tracy? We got Marcos and Tracy watching. What's going on? So tonight, first, what up, Jacob? We got Jacob Trevino watching.
What up, Jacob?
So let's go ahead and get with the questionnaires. We'll start with you, and then we'll go off whatever each other is saying.
Sure.
What up, Aunt Elena? Oh, my Aunt Elena's watching. Hey, how you?
This is gonna be awkward.
This is awkward moments. No, I'm just
Hi,
kidding.
Aunt.
Yeah.
So, what little acts of love do you like the most?
Like,
certain little things that Tracy might do to you that is kind of like an I love you, like maybe a gentle love pat or stroking your hair
rubbing my back.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Rubbing my back is a good one.
Yeah.
So that's something that to me is like, it gets you in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to me, it's almost like, okay, let's go on. Let's get with the topic at hand. No,
Whoa. She's touching me. She wants
my
me.
back. But yeah.
It woke something up.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I snorkel sometimes.
No, but so let's reverse the question to you.
Shit.
What is something that you do, or that has people do to you, that will make you be like, this person cares about me?
I would say, throughout getting to know each other, you end up opening up more and more and holding on to those things, like maybe my favorite color, my favorite flower. Doesn't have to be material but like how you like your back rubbed. I like my arm rubbed really light and soft and gentle, and maybe walking with me instead of ahead of me. That's a huge one too.
You know what? I actually do that to Tracy. I walk ahead of her. Or if we're riding bikes, I'm like way ahead of her. But there's a book called The 5 Love Languages. Read it. That's what Marcos just said.
Okay.
Hey, what up, Daisy? Daisy's watching.
Daisy.
So, okay, so let me ask you, because you had a question that you sent me earlier, and I'm just going to go off the bat and say it's kind of the same. It feels like you have to pee.
All right. So the question was, what does it feel like to come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
With women, it feels like we know that we're about to have an orgasm because it feels like we are about to pee urgently.
Right.
But we know that we don't have to pee usually.
It's for, well, at least for me as a man, it feels like something's like, oh, Marco says Daisy, my love. But no, it feels like it's at least for me, it feels like something's like they're just going squeezing and wants to like pee. But
It's
then obviously that's not what it
squeezing.
is. It's the sperm field, ejaculating. What men do. I mean, how is that wrong?
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
It's
I
just,
just
I mean,
never
it's,
heard a man explain it.
it's
I've
that's what
always
it
wanted to know.
But yeah, that's basically what it is. That's just to me. I mean, it feels like I'm trying, like when you get like shivers
Hmm.
and it like it goes down your back.
Yeah,
Down my
like
back.
the good shivers.
Yes, that's what it feels.
Not the heebie-jeebies.
What up, Eleno Torres?
You know,
What's
we don't
going
feel
on?
like the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
There's the
Something
wrong
scared
kind of
me.
We ain't talking about
Yeah, this is a paranormal night.
that.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
I mean it's. But here's the thing is, when you're building up, you obviously you feel it building up and things like that. But it's almost like I don't want to stop yet.
Right. The whole edging trick.
Exactly.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I was told by some people, not by people, but like by doctors, urologists and stuff, it's not good to hold it in.
No,
So
it's not.
don't hold it in, people, just because you want to
Right.
go longer. You got to let it
you
out.
need that release. By the way,
Because you can rebuild,
oral is never the time to edge.
Oh, that, yeah.
Let's not edge during oral.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be down there for like 3 hours. Okay.
That's true. And I'm pretty sure,
TMJ.
yeah. Too much juice is what that means?
Are you fixing to swallow, Ben?
You almost made me choke on my drink.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah, like,
let me look at my questions again because I forgot.
yeah.
Or the ones you sent me. So the other one is. Wait, hold on 1 second. I gotta go back. Where'd they go?
I got one that you sent.
Because I forgot.
How do you feel about your body?
Oh,
Yeah,
know-
like when you're all, in your manliness, you just stepped out of the shower, you're all clean and fresh, and you're just like, yeah, look at me, I look like a man.
yeah. So,
Is that what it is like, or do you just be like, let's hurry up and get out there?
I'm a hurry up and get dressed and.
You don't just sit
'Cause
there and idolize yourself, like, be like, yeah, I'm in my 40s, but I still.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but not like that. But I usually just like look in the mirror, dry my hair off, and I'm looking and I'm just like, cool. I'm still there. I'm still look good. Still, I mean, to me, it's more like what do women do? Because I know women always probably think their boobs are too saggy or they're too low, But that's actually a question that I wondered about a lot of, not like women like in general, but like, how people, because there's always the jokes of when you get older, your boobs sag. It's the same thing for men with their balls.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But, to me, it's like, oh, mine are still up there, so I'm good.
So Tracy's not like a turkey
No,
when she going down,
no,
slapping on her neck?
no.
Okay. Cool.
No.
Not that I've ever wondered that, but anyway.
No, I'm actually still pretty good in
So
when it
you're
comes
still
to-
pretty 20s down there, is what you're
Pretty
saying.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
exactly.
I'm glad that ladies'
That's-
lips don't sag like that.
That's-
know?
That was actually, how you have the jokes of what is that called? The roast beef sandwiches.
Yes, but that's the internal lips. That's what I'm
Right,
doing.
that's what I'm saying. So,
I don't mean to.
that's funny. But, so, yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, excuse me, I usually just, like, get out of the shower, just get dressed and, go on about my day. But, there are times where I'm sitting there, combing my hair or whatever, brushing my teeth, and I'm sitting there, because if I'm home by myself, that's actually a thing, too. When I'm home by myself, people walk around naked.
Oh yeah, you got
there's
your music
I'm not lying.
jamming. All of a sudden, you
You're
turn
chilling, you get out of the
into
shower,
fucking that
go lay on the bed, chill.
what's that called? A Magic Mike show. You have your own little personalized Magic Mike
Magic Mike
show.
show, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
Yes,
right.
they do
Learning
say
a lot about
cochinas.
Tracy. Did you know that about your hobby?
Physical youth, yes, that is true. See, I know that.
Physical youth. Yeah.
But, excuse me. But I usually, like, basically, obviously, when nobody's home or if everybody's sleeping and I know nobody's up, but, we just sit and chill. Because I remember, I want to remember what year it was, but me and Tracy, we knew, because Adriana and Adrian weren't home. So we just chilled naked and
Hell
enjoyed
yeah.
each other, And that's good for relationships, because I read too that it's good to see each other like that every once in a while and just chill like that. And,
Yes.
Because there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, because you got married for a reason. So,
Right, but there's so many times relationships they get lost and
Ben's choking on babies. Really? That's disgusting.
go.
But anyways. No.
Yeah, like the kids grow up and they move out and then all of a sudden, like I've read a story where the wife found herself feeling embarrassed because she realized her husband was watching her getting undressed for the shower, or she just got out of the shower and she like reached for the towel real quick or something, and she was like, I felt so wrong for feeling like that, but I felt so wrong for letting him see me like that because all that time she was just to be covered, and now that the kids are gone, there was some freedom.
Tracy said I'm kinky.
Oh.
So, but here's the thing: what I do with Tracy.
So you keep her satisfied. Yes. What do you do with Tracy?
If I'm gonna be honest, if I'm stressed, I can't have sex. It bothers the hell out of me.
That was one of my questions that I wanted to ask was, there are times that guys have a hard time, no pun intended, getting hard.
Yeah, it's true.
What is a good way that maybe we as women could help ease your mind, give you that peace to help to further direct the blood to the member?
That's a good question. And of course, my brother's calling me, knowing I was doing the podcast tonight. Matt, stop calling me. I gotta take that off. But to me, as a man that's wanting to perform, I try to sit and just relax and chill. Knowing, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, let's just relax, let's chill. I'm not gonna lie, I play with it. I get it ready. I do things that you got to do as a married couple and get each other, aroused.
Yeah.
And so, but then of course, you're gonna laugh at me when I say this. I have to have friends on the TV in our room.
Oh, right, because
It distracts
Jennifer
me.
Aniston. Is that why? Oh, and that's why Marco sits here so that when you look at him, you can look above his head and. Oh my God!
No, but
Poor Marcos.
Yeah. Honey pack. But no, I what's the word? Oh, because it relaxes me, so it takes my mind off things.
Right, that makes sense. I'm just
But so it's just a way to, or we play music or whatever. But
do you ever watch porn together? No.
I don't even watch porn by myself.
No.
I don't. I did when we were younger, or when I was younger, but now I'm married. I got something right next to me, so I don't need to watch that.
Well, right. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it helps to stimulate the guy,
Right. Yeah.
Maybe you
that's
don't,
true.
but yeah, like.
I never thought about that. Tracy, we're watching porn. No, I'm just joking.
Or make your own.
Porn. Oh, we did do that.
Oh, really?
We did. We actually did make. So we made actually, I think we did both each other's birthdays. So we did that one time. Sorry, babe. Everybody knows now.
Package to open, huh, Trey?
Exactly. There you go. You know what I do sometimes too, and it's funny when she's in the shower. I always walk in and I go, "Is there a lady in here with boobs?"
You ever get in there with her?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. But that's the thing is, like, You know, I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that, shower with their wives.
Oh yeah.
You know, nothing
Save
wrong with
water.
that. It's, that too. The water bill goes down. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But, I look at it like, it's part of marriage. What up, Fierro? We got Iris on. We got Bleak. We got
What up?
Joseph, Tracy. But what are some things that you do or that you would allow a man to do for you to get you in the mood? As a woman, because we want tips too.
Right,
guys.
right,
Don't
right.
we want
So-
tips, guys?
And this is just me, but other women have agreed. I feel that as I've gotten older, that guys have pulled back from the kissing of the ear, the
That's
earlobe, the neck, the foreplay. I mean,
I think a
the
lot of
older
guys.
we get, the more our hoo-ha turns into more like an oven, like an old oven that you got to kind of slam a little bit around
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
get it to
Clean it every day.
yeah. And then, but the guy, no matter how old he gets, unless there's some ED going on, he still goes boop, like a microwave.
Yeah.
It's just done like, and that's why they have to edge so much.
Tracy just said, "Let's do that again." I don't know what she's talking about. Tracy, what do you put on there? What you're talking about? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
The video.
Oh, the video. Oh, okay. Okay, we can do that again. I ain't got a problem with that. Dang, I'll do it again. Being
And then when you're
sensual is
not,
knowing that-
when you can't get it up, you can watch the video of you guys again
That's
while you're doing it, and then
How did I not
it'll
think
make
about
your
that?
mind be redirected to another time where you guys were hot and passionate and can continue that on.
that's very true. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So let's get with one of the other questions. I
Oh
guess.
yes, and I'll get one of my two
Yes,
so I
yes,
have it
yes,
up
you-
in mind.
Okay, so wait, what's your question? Okay. Okay. So you asked a question wrong. Well, okay. How nervous do you get about performance? Okay, so me personally, yeah, there are times where I'm like, did I satisfy her? Was I good enough? Did I perform the way I needed to? Yes, there's a lot of times where I think that because, and I'm gonna be real here. I'm not big, so it's like, I'm hoping it's enough to satisfy what I'm there for.
So, like, to me, I prefer a smaller guy because just like
There you go, guys.
where-
Anybody out there with small penises? No, I'm just kidding.
But I prefer a guy because where my G spot is located and how sensitive my clitoris is, it doesn't take much to get me going. It actually hurts, and
See, that's what I wondered.
I
too,
like
but-
pain,
yeah.
but that's a different type of pain. Like, I like my hair pulled and being choked and all that jazz.
Right.
I like being spanked, da-da-da-da. But
See, that's one thing that I
type
didn't
of
do.
pain turns me off, dries me up immediately, because I'm like, I'm not trying to have some guy that goes inside of me and then it feels like he's like stabbing my rib cage. That ain't it, guys. Like, I don't
I've
know
never
why
heard
I'm
that
here
one.
bragging. Oh, I got a 12-inch.
Right,
I don't want that.
right,
You got 4 inches? Come here, baby.
right. There you go. There you go, guys.
You know, like,
Oh, Tracy was talking about the video.
see, I know women.
Joseph says being sensual and knowing the touch is key.
Yes, touch
Yes,
is
that's true.
everything.
That is very true.
So
I don't know.
big.
Well, Jordan Newhouse says, Ben, you have me half chubbed at the moment.
Ooh.
What does half chubbed mean?
It means that he's got a half heart on for
What
you.
the frick?
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Am I that good looking? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
Joseph says, and knowing where the buttons are good to know during kissing or with touch. That's true. Most in the ocean. That's very true, Blake. Thank
Yes, the motion in
Appreciate
the
it.
ocean.
you. And it's all about what you know. That's true. That's very true. So, what was one of your other questions?
It was, darn it, my phone.
I know my phone does it.
Oh, what is it like to give oral sex to your wife? What goes
Well,
through your mind? How does it feel?
That's
Any
actually,
complications or
I suck at it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, it's okay to suck. You don't have to lick the entire time.
Right, but I mean, like, see, and that's the thing is, like, when I was doing that, it was more like a, am I even doing this right type thing, because that was something that I barely did.
Right, right.
Because it was like, some of the relationships didn't even care for that, but
right.
But to me, it's like I look at it as long as she's happy, that's all that matters to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever talk to her about that, like beforehand or afterwards, or just during downtime? Like, hey, like, how do you feel I am at oral, and is there anything that you really enjoy or what you wish? Because I really feel that communication is so key in the bedroom. Like, if you're not telling him right there, and I'm sorry, Ben, but okay, guys. When we say,
okay, let's hear this one.
Right there, that does not mean speed it up. It
Just
does not mean to jam. It does not mean any. When I say a little bit to the left, that means here it is. Here
you go, guys.
A little bit to the left, right here. Not there.
That's true, Joe. I gotta experiment more.
Yeah. Don't ever give up. And just like with like for me, there's been a lot of times giving oral that I don't know. Like, guys, a lot of times they're just...
like they're just sitting there like, okay, hurry up.
just breathing. And it's like...
right.
Like, it's okay, man. You can moan.
Right.
We like that. Or tell us, slow down, speed up.
There we go. Tracy said oral is great.
See?
There you go.
Okay, you've been doubting for nothing.
I've been worrying for nothing. Thanks, Tracy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That positive feedback can help make that your partner want to give more.
Right.
If they know that the receiving is hallelujah.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It literally made me think, like, am I even, like, is this helping you? Is this what's going on?
Right.
Because and it goes too with the woman as well, because if a guy's down on a woman and they're not making any noise, how do we know what's going on? How do we know it's helping? How do we know it feels good to you as a woman?
Right.
To say, Mucker says, I do not moan, I roll her.
I do too. Now, if I get it real good, I almost sound like a demon.
Damn.
I can go multiple times, and the each time it's more intense. And there's times where, like, towards the end, I'm just like, just almost demonic, but it's not. Yeah. But it's just like that intense.
It's almost like you're possessed.
Yeah, so it's like, girls can girl too.
Ira says, I have a question. Big spoon or little spoon?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so like when you're cuddling.
Oh. Okay.
And like you're on your side, whoever is ass naked is the big spoon. Whoever
I sleep naked, so it's either way.
Well, you know what I mean? Like if you're snuggling up to her,
during intercourse or after
or before or you're like snuggling up and you're just like.
I think it's kind of both. I think it's back and forth almost.
Do you prefer to be the big spoon or do you prefer to be the small spoon?
Probably the big.
Yeah.
Usually, because it's like, you want to fall asleep comfortable, so it's like, why not? That's a good question.
I like to be the
Make
small.
them knees buckle. That's what Blake said. He says, make them knees buckle.
On my knees, I have arthritis, so it won't take much.
I probably do too, but no. You know what? That is actually a couple times why, because I remember one time. When we were done. I went to get up and my hand was stuck. And I said, Tracy, push my hand. Oh, that's what I told her. I was.
What were you going to do? What position was that?
I was on top.
Oh.
But I was like this. And I was like, what? I went to get up and my hand was...
Jesus! I felt so bad this one time I was on top You know, like they have these little inflatable little cushions to put on the back of the baby's head so that when the baby goes back, they don't hit
You use
their head.
those?
Yeah, because like every time I would go like this, his head would just go thud, 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 right into the fucking wall. And I felt so, he's like, stop for a second.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's funny.
But I've had it before where like my legs will lock up or my hips lock up and I have to have them like help me off.
Right. See? Okay. Okay, for the guys.
Problems. This is geriatric
exactly.
stuff here.
That's what I was going to say. For the guys that are in their 40s,
Get it.
have you ever had that situation where you were done and you thought when you went to go get up, to flip over or whatever, and you couldn't because you're basically locked up?
Yeah. And you need your partner to like
Kinda
slowly
push you
pull your
over.
leg
Exactly.
straight because your leg is just like.
Exactly.
Hit me. And it's like, there's nothing sexy after that because
Right,
you're
'cause
just like
Now you're like,
so vulnerable. And they're just like,
that's a good question.
what?
Oh, how did we not think of that?
What?
Craziest.
can't read.
Joe says craziest place you've done it.
Please,
I honestly, oh man, I can't think of. Okay, when you're going towards Port Sheldon on Butternut, and you're coming up before you get to that power plant. There's a little. I think they closed it off, but there was a little road that went off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And me and an ex, like years ago, before I even met my wife, Tracy, I'm sorry telling this, but this is the weirdest spot. Was in was in the woods.
Oh, it was in the woods?
Yeah, that's pretty
Nice.
cool. To me, yeah, the woods. See, that was the weirdest spot for me.
I wonder if Jason was watching for the man.
Oh. Well, it definitely wasn't Friday the 13th.
No. All right. I don't know. Like, I've done it in many different places.
Please
I've
tell
done
me
it-
you're not going to tell me pool table.
No.
Marco said behind the cop car at the fair. That's a good one.
Well,
That's actually-
damn. You
You were out in public.
I've done it in public. I've done it like.
Like with other people.
So I was in a pool, and the guy, like, we were in the deep end in the corner, and the guy had me faced away from him, and we were pretending that he was teaching me how to do the breaststroke.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah,
Where was that?
I ain't telling. It
Just
was
say it.
Lincoln Estates.
Out of all places.
Yeah, the chlorine kills it all. It's okay, guys.
Dustin says, nope. Oh, talking about mine. I take my kids fishing there. We'll never think of the same. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know that you went there. Answered my messages. What are you talking about?
Jeez.
What is answered what messages? What's going on? I'm trying to do a podcast here.
Right. What's the matter? What's going on with the phone?
Oh, my Lord. This dude. Tell me seriously, dude. I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Is it your brother again?
Yes.
Jesus.
I cannot send you anything right now, dude. Huh?
Isn't he married too?
No, he was.
Oh. Well,
Cemetery.
maybe he feels left out.
Tracy said cemetery, but spelled it like pet cemetery.
It has a different kind
Oh
of
my
petting.
gosh, that's freaking hilarious.
What is the deal with wanting us to swallow your cum? Like, so many guys, they
sexy.
want to know, do you spit or swallow? And I always say this line. Of course I swallow. What else am I supposed to do? Swish it around in my mouth while I run to the bathroom to spit it out in the toilet? I mean, what the hell? It's already in my mouth.
Right. So, honestly, I think it's...
For those of
To
you
me-
who don't swallow, what do you do with it? Like, for real, I can't mentally picture, and that taste is still in there. So what do you do to
So
taste
what does it
it?
taste like? No, I'm just kidding. But,
well,
seriously,
like- like-
people wonder. There's
so
a lot of
like
people that-
girls can be sweet. Like me, I'm sweet, personally.
Oh, so it depends on your taste
and
buds.
but so like a guy to me is more like proteiny. I've had some guys that were a little bit sweeter.
Marco said, we want to make sure our kids are safe. That was a good one,
I
dude.
swallowed a lot of them though in my lifetime, not of his, but you know.
Joe said the same thing I did. It's a turn on.
It's a turn on to know that we swallow it.
Exactly. Because then we know, I'm all yours. And those kids are mine. Wait, somebody said something about a bathroom. Hold on a second. Oh, Marco said, hold on. On the pier, in a boat, Kirk Park parking lot, all beaches, cemetery, Meyer bathroom, and the Burger King bathroom. That's all the weird spots he did. Holy jeez, dude. Gargle. Oh.
Yes.
Jason says gargle.
Yes, gargle.
Jason, that's a good one.
The only, like, one of my bucket lists or whatever is, I've told you this, and Marcos, last week.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've always wanted, one thing I did tell you, I've always wanted a pearl necklace. Never got one. For those of you who don't know what a pearl necklace is, it's where you shoot your shot on my neck, and it just like,
let it sit there.
I've always wanted one of those.
So any guys that are willing to do that, go ahead and get a hold of her.
Like a cum bucket here in 5 minutes, huh?
Joe said some guys kiss after though.
That's okay.
Or also.
Some guys actually taste their own cum after they jack off and
see, whatnot. And that's the thing is like,
because the whole thing is if I don't like the way I taste, how can I make somebody else taste me?
That's true.
And that's how I felt. So like
that is very true.
And some guys feel the same way too. I don't care. It doesn't turn me on to watch a guy do it. But
Marcos also said gargle.
Gargle.
Yeah.
So like speaking of the whole thing too is I've always wanted a guy to shoot his shot in a shot glass, and then I could shoot the shot and shoot his shot.
Oh, that's a good one. Tracy, we got shot glasses at the house.
I don't want your shot. Jesus, I took that wrong. Woo! Do we have a fan in here? Because that was a little uncomfortable. I'm so sorry.
No, the air don't work in here.
Let's just blow on each other.
No pun intended.
Right.
Let me get to that other question.
Yeah.
Hold on, because every time I go back into your messages,
he's always telling me to hold on, and my wrists hurt.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Oh, and do you think that is just? Oh, that's a good question.
Can I let go now?
Yes. So you asked a question about, do you think that it is just your job while she just lays there, or do you expect her to perform the same amount of what? Yes, actually, it is both, because I look at it as the what's the word? I guess romance is there for a reason, because you want to make sure both of you are still excited for the moment.
Right.
You're both in it for the whole 15 to 2 minutes. I went backwards there. Okay, 2 to 15 minutes.
15 seconds to 2 minutes is what he's talking
That's what I
about,
meant.
not 15 minutes to 2 minutes. He didn't go backwards. He was trying to make himself look good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly. That was good. Oh, what did he say? Gotta see how you taste. Sometimes you don't have enough pineapple.
The pineapple thing, I think, is a myth, though, because, yeah, I don't know. But if it makes you feel more secure, eat that pineapple.
That's true.
Do it.
So here's a couple questions. One's from Joe.
Yes.
He says, pillow princess or no pillow princess?
Not a pillow princess.
I don't know what the hell that even means. See, this is how far behind I am.
Pillow princess, from my understanding, is that we just pretty much lay there. We get the treatment. We don't really have to give anything. We just are the receivers.
Yeah.
Me, I'm more of a giver. It's very rare that I've been on the receiving end of a lot of things. I'm not much of an initiator because I don't like being turned down, but once I know that we're on the same sexual wavelength, yeah, okay, I'll initiate. But
Okay.
other than that, I really feel that the friction needs to go. Like, if you can't be, just one or one, and you sure can't be chasing the dick.
Do you remember this when people were like, "You guys are doing this," or no? What was it?
Yeah.
But Marcos actually asked a good question. Who likes to use products or toys to enhance the experience?
Me.
We've tried
not
stuff.
all the time. I do.
I've tried like lotions and stuff. Like what is that called? Oh my lord, I forgot the name of it.
Like
the heat ones.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was
like
called.
the edible lubricants and stuff, or
Kind of like that.
yeah.
But it was more like a oh my lord, it kind of was. Damn it, I can't remember the name of it. But it was like clear like clear lotion. Then you rub it on the shaft, and then the woman gets the heat from it.
Oh,
It was pretty cool.
nice.
It actually worked. Made me come 17 times faster. No,
Jesus Christ! So 2 seconds, huh?
I know, 2 seconds.
Poor
exactly.
Tracy.
I know.
Now
I don't need toys. What do I need toys for? I got a
the
penis.
toys is not a need. The toys to me is something to accent, to have fun with. Both people have to be in it. Like I was with this guy one time, and he was very intrigued on my toy, and why I enjoyed it so much when he was gone. Because we didn't live together, and
Right.
So one time I was like, fine, you want to use it on me and see what it's like for me? And he's like, yeah. Well, guys, they're stronger, so they're going to be able to apply more pressure than a woman can on her own thing.
And he went a little too hard on it?
No, it was perfect. But when I came, he threw the thing because he was so jealous because he never was able to make me climax the way that the toy
ruined
did.
the moment for himself.
Pretty much, because had he been able to add that to our sex, and my orgasms would have been intensified and it would have been just fun. But like he's got to, guys have got, and girls have to have that mental comfortability to know that toy can do that, because it's just a narrowed vibration to that special.
Yeah, I mean that's true, honestly.
Yeah.
Marco said, I used Crisco. I wanted to fry fish.
Why did you
Oh my God. Joe said, spice things up. Tracy says, toys would be fun. Okay, we'll see what we can do there.
Yeah,
and then
that's
Seaben Explorer. Oh, yes, okay.
to suggest.
But, okay, so one of my questions is, because...
Oh, yeah, I remember mine now.
Or
You go first.
Okay, so my question is... Oh, hold on, where'd it go? Damn it, see, it keeps going backwards.
Someone's nervous.
Let's press on camera. Oh, never mind. Wait, where did the other ones go? Oh, never mind. So what I was going to ask you was...
Yeah.
So... Does it matter to you how long the guy lasts?
So...
Because, of course, a lot of guys, if they don't last long enough,
For me?
they feel horrible about it.
Personally, no, but don't go based off of my answer like that. That's all, because I have learned the art of being able to come fast. I could probably come faster than most people, and it's a head game thing. Really, it is, to be able to force yourself to come that fast. But
Right.
so many times, guys have play, they talk that game. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it all night long.
Right,
I'm
and then they're
just gonna
sleeping.
pound that pussy, and it's just gonna be so great.
Exactly.
Oh, you're gonna be screaming my name, and your voice is gonna be hoarse, and like, not even 5 minutes into it, he stops, and I'll like look behind me, and he's like getting dressed, and I haven't even come yet, and I'm like, get back here.
It's like, what are you doing? Take them damn clothes off.
You
What are
have
doing?
fingers.
He's already starting his
Finish
car
it.
up and everything.
Yeah. And so I was like, I am not going to be the one left out, of
Right.
all this. He got his nut because I toned down there and I did my Kegels, pelvic floor therapy. So I was like, all right, well, I'm really gonna do this, and I found out how to come fast no matter what.
So my cousin Tonio Reese says, Ben, would you take a finger in the butt? No. Why would I?
Do you know, surprisingly,
Are we supposed to be doing that? I don't.
maybe not, but surprisingly,
Is there something I'm missing here?
there are more straight men than not that do prefer like a finger up in the butt or anal play with their
Never heard of that
straight
one.
partner.
I never knew that one. Marco says, so doing doggy style, do you cover the brown star first or watch it wink at you? Honestly, I don't even look at that. I'm just enjoying the moment. I was going to ask you, but that doesn't make
No.
sense.
I mean, I've never put on a strap on.
Yeah.
Stop fishing. How you
Right.
doing?
Quit talking to me. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you
good.
shy?
Yeah, exactly.
Come here, starfish.
A lot of guys get fingers with head. You know what? I've kind of heard of something like that, but I've never tried it.
So another thing, like sometimes girls might feel uncomfortable with that, with the whole penetration of anal from her to him. But one thing that really is a good comfort zone for both is that gooch, that taint, that little spot between the asshole and the balls.
Yep.
You just put them fingers right there and you start massaging it. And then the other fingers and thumb, you can like hold the balls. If you're on top and you do a little reach around like you're wiping your ass, but instead you're like playing with that and he will.
I did not know it. Well,
Right
Tracy, I
away.
guess we got something we're going to try.
So when like the older girls like me, when your legs are starting, and you don't want to be all
Oh,
fixing about it.
Marco said the same thing. Finger while giving head helps with climax.
Yeah, it
I
sure
mean,
does.
I
mean, you're at that age
didn't
now
know that.
where you're supposed to be getting your prostate exams. Where
I
you,
already did.
right.
I'm
not trying to call you out or anything, but I am. So like, it didn't get you hard.
honestly, no, it didn't.
Oh,
Because
because normally a lot of times guys will get hard during that, whether it's a guy or a
it's
girl.
funny because I had
Doing it
what's
on
that
them.
called prostate or not prostate, is it? What is that one?
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah, I had.
And I asked that, and I said, "Is it going to make me hard?" And they're like, "You'll be sleeping."
It made me throw up.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's weird.
Yeah.
I never heard that one.
Yep. I mean, I woke up and I came to, and next thing you know, I was like, I'm going to throw up. And we were still in the room before we even,
Oh, geez.
yeah. So they had just finished,
Yeah.
and I woke up right away. I'm going to throw up. So I guess that was too much in my poop.
I guess
and it
so.
just shot up.
And so my cousin Tonio says, "Wait, what?
It's a 4-foot long thing, too, going up your back door.
Dang, you got they're messaging in there. I can't read. But Antonio says Ben fell in love with the doc when he got his exam. Whatever, dude.
Fell in love with a
Ben
woman?
did-
I can't read. My eyes are broken. It's all fuzz.
And then Marco said Ben did his dry. He doesn't like lube. Diddy was disappointed.
Ouch. Please, if you're going to do anal on a girl, please just be very, very liberal with that lube.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
All right. Well, that's something that I have never done. So Tracy, are you taking these? You writing these down? Just kidding. What was
And-
your other question?
Nipples. Girls love to be having their nipples stimulated.
I do that.
You like it when she stimulates your nipples and licks on them
Honestly,
and
she's never done
sucks on? No. Have you ever had that done to you?
As far as I
Or does she
remember.
like play with them and you like that feeling?
Honestly, I've never had anybody do that to me.
Tracy,
what's going on here? Are we missing something here? What's going on? We got.
Oh yeah.
Are you writing this down?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start writing.
Let me be your sex therapist.
I know, right? Like, how are we missing all this fun?
No, but you know what? That's like with me and my first, we were both each other's first, and it was the best because we Karma Sutra the entire book, right? And it was like both of us. It was our first time doing anything, so some things we never heard about but as soon as we heard about it, we're like, we gotta try this, and we'd know right away if we liked it, if we didn't like it. Exactly. We have to tweak it a little bit because I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I'm an amateur. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
So,
and some girls like that. Some girls, we don't all want a porn star.
Right. That's true.
And just like, I'm sure guys aren't looking for a porn star in bed either the whole time.
I'm very happy with what me and Tracy have. So.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm live. I'm saying it because it's true.
Right.
So, but, yeah, so here's the thing is like, okay, so from a guy's standpoint, hairy or not hairy?
Okay, so I don't care.
I don't have hair down.
I don't care to go down on a man or have sex with a man that feels like I'm with a 10-year-old boy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I also don't want to go down and find that I have to peel the banana.
I'm kind of like, see, and that's the thing is like, I don't even consider myself circumcised.
Right.
But, I mean, it's there, but then it's not. It's kind of almost in between. Because, like, obviously when I get an erection, it's not there.
Well, right.
And it's not.
No, I mean, like the hair. I don't want to peel the hair.
Oh, hair. Oh.
But, yeah. Speaking of...
That too.
But, yeah. Like,
I get
like I've had it before where, like, the guy wore tiny whities and his bush was, like...
Sticking from between?
From out the sides. I was just like, whoa!
No. Yeah, no.
And then I had to try to find it.
See, and that's why...
How are you?
Because I read online that a lot of men feel like that the hair hides it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that. So I've been like that for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
no, like, I don't know. Like, to me... I don't care if he's shaved. Just don't shave it bald.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, it better not smell. Like, whatever. So at least, like, do a little bird bath with it before I put it in my mouth.
Marco said, He said bed straps, handcuffs, whips, and feather teasers. See, and that's another thing, Tracy, that we haven't tried any of that stuff. Ooh. What the heck are we doing here?
Because you don't know if you don't know.
And he said, Bobby Waldo says, sure you do.
Sure you do what?
Oh, probably what Tracy was saying. We got a lot to try. And then Marco says, he had buckwheat in a headlock.
Wow.
If it's lost in the bush, it's probably a Manitoris? Or like, Clitoris, Manitoris.
Like
That's why I shaved mine. I'm just kidding.
No, but for real, like on the whole subject with the circumcised and uncircumcised.
Oh yeah.
All guys' penises look totally different. Like even ones that are circumcised, there are ones that are circumcised that you have like not as much foreskin, and then other men are not circumcised and the foreskin goes in like takes the whole, and sometimes there's just a lot of extra foreskin.
Like too much. Whoa! Like how have you not done anything with that?
Like I just want to open up the foreskin a little bit and be like, hey guys. That's so much.
That's funny. Blow in there and see how much it wriggles.
Yeah. Give me a flashlight. What does it look like in you?
Right. Man uterus. Yeah, that's, you know what? I'm obviously with, but let's see. Lost in the, there's the.
Oh, did you know too? Like, so when babies are in utero, we're all female to begin with, and then
Right.
you're left with
your
either
sac.
a clitoris or a penis, and so
Let's do
the
the whole men have or how did I say? Remember on kindergarten?
oh yeah, girls have a vagina, boys have a penis.
Exactly. There you go.
Yes, and that's that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And but anyway, so the man's foreskin, if he were to have been a she, that foreskin is the hood of the clitoris.
Yes. Because I also read that the
My knee.
oh, and I also read that the line on the ball sack would have been, if it was a woman, it would have been the
Yeah.
outside part of it.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, well, damn, I'm glad I have balls. I'm just kidding.
Speaking about balls, though, what does it feel like with a girl when we're sitting down? You know, we don't really feel anything. All I feel is my ass because it's huge. But like, I don't feel my hoo-ha, nothing when I sit. Maybe if I close my legs real tight, then I feel it. But what does it feel like for a guy to sit down? Like, how do your balls feel and all that shit? Like, do you really? I don't know.
You mean how does it feel when we sit down with our balls?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really.
Is that why guys have to sit with their legs
pretty much
so far apart?
Like this?
Yeah.
I don't really feel them. Honestly, it's almost like it's so natural that it's like when you sit, it kind of pushes up a little bit. But it's unless you're sagging really low and then you sit on them, that's different. Because you can sit on them. There's been times, and that because your lips are this. Oh wait, hold on. Let me catch up on the questions. Any upside down pineapples in here? What the fuck does that mean?
Swingers.
Oh.
No, not a
Whatever
swinger.
not according to the OBGYN and network or LGBTQ. I don't know what that means. Your lips are the same skin as your butthole. Well, yeah, because it's your body. If you sit in a... Oh, my gosh.
I
Sit
did not
in a
know
nut
that.
instead of... I don't have no idea what that dude's writing.
Did you know that if the color of a girl's lips is the same color of her erect nipples?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the frick?
So-
Tracy, I'm going to look at your nipples. Tracy, send... No, I'm just kidding. Don't send a picture. The inside of your mouth is
you
the
can
same
do a
as
little
that lady's vagina.
comparison.
Oh, so you said you had another question.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
it feel like to be inside of a woman?
Yes.
Honestly, it feels like you're sticking your penis inside of like warm lube. Almost. Kind of like that. But obviously it's not lube. At least to me.
Yeah, I've never asked anybody that. I
Inside
was
of your
always,
mouth is the same as a lady's vagina.
oh, ladies, what? Huh?
Marco said the inside of your mouth is the same as a lady's vagina.
I've heard that before.
Well, I guess my
But
mouth is a lady's vagina.
I've
I'm just
also
kidding.
okay, so I thought, uh-huh.
So, wait, our butthole, or wait, what did he say? If you sit on a nut instant,
I've never.
oh yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
what he was saying. If you sit on one of your nuts, it's instant pain, basically. Warm pineapple pie. Oh, that too. That was the other thing I was going to say.
Warm pineapple pie.
Apple pie.
Oh, apple. I'm like, I've never had any
Pineapple
type of
pie.
temperature pineapple pie.
Right. Oh, that's funny. But
How you doing?
yeah. Oh yeah. Where's it at?
Right there.
Oh,
How
yeah.
you doing?
It's right there too.
Oh, yeah, right there.
But yeah, here's oh, let me see. Do I have any more questions? Well, at least the Tigers are winning.
Oh, good.
That's what. Okay. So, or actually, you probably have more questions than I do.
I think I got one more.
All right, go ahead.
So, when it comes to wearing a condom, do you feel that women should be just as responsible for carrying condoms as men, like providing them? And is it fair for him to ask her to put it on for him?
Honestly, when back in the days when I was dating, when I ever used them, those are the only times I ever used them. But
'Cause now you're married, so it's
because
all
now I'm married
free.
and we don't need those. Yes, but here, I think it should be both because obviously, what if he forgets? Then you have yours,
Exactly.
But because a lot of men like, well, back then, I really didn't pay attention to it because, I mean, yeah, I already had some, but I didn't even think about, well, what if she doesn't have any,
Right.
in her bathroom or whatever. But honestly, I mean, I think it should be both. That,
I do
that,
too.
so,
I think that if a woman expects for him to wear a condom, that she should provide because what if, like, especially if it's your first time or a
right,
second time,
exactly.
he's going to be so nervous. And men are human; they're going to forget shit.
That's true.
So if you already have it on you, then there's no excuse for not being able to do it or to raw dog, you
Mm-hmm.
know, doing the pull out method and
Right,
all that
exactly.
shit. And
That's true.
for putting it on him, have you ever asked her to put it on you? Or did you feel more
No,
comfortable
I always
with
did it
you doing it?
myself, but I'm going to agree with what Bobby Waldo said. If you want him to keep a heart on, help him.
Yeah,
On some
I agree, but then
levels, I guess. But
he has to communicate
right.
during the fact on how to keep it hard
Hmm.
because she's not going to be able to read his mind,
Yeah.
you know.
Ooh, that's a good question. That was one that I was going to ask you. Have you ever done 69?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so what is it? What is 808? I don't know what 808 is. Is that a guy? I don't know what that. It
I
looks like
don't know.
feet in with a butthole. I don't know what
I
that is.
don't know.
What's 808? I don't know what that is. What is froggy style? S
Froggy,
curve? I don't know any
froggy
of those.
style is when the girl is on top and she's like got her like her legs up like this and
Hmm.
everything, like and she's just like totally bouncing on it
Oh,
like a frog.
if I had a bigger penis, then I probably would be able to do that.
If
No,
my
I'm just
knees weren't so arthritic, I could probably
no, I'm just
perform it right here, but I ain't gonna
Tracy, maybe we should try that one. I don't know. We can see. Uh,
do.
but
How good are her knees?
right, bass. What is bass?
Oh, I don't know, but like the fish hook.
Butt ass? Just kidding.
Like I had a guy one time tell me that he wanted to always try doing the fish hook, and I
What is
was
that?
like, "What is that?" And he tried to like kind of explain it. So we're going doggy, and then all of a sudden he reaches around and he
Oh my god! Seriously?
there was nothing. I think it's just a humiliation thing because there's got to be no. There, I don't know of any woman that would be like, yeah, and then all of a sudden he reached around and put his two fingers in my mouth and went,
That's not sexy
and I
at
just
all.
like came so fast.
Yeah, you'll never hear a woman say that. That was
No,
very sexy.
no, do
People.
not ever fish hook a girl and think she's gonna get wet.
Oh, bass, like the bass guitar.
Oh, bass. Yeah, you could play
Bass. I have no idea.
play my pussy like a bass.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I never tried that
get
one.
that clit.
I mean, maybe I have. I don't remember. My age. I'm 46.
Yeah.
I forgot shit. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to. Let's go ahead and do a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. If you got any more questions, go ahead and put them in there, and we'll answer them as soon as we get back.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
Southside Cuts, located at 375 Columbia Avenue, right here in Holland. They are open weekly from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call them at 616-836-7502 to book your next appointment. If your business is looking to become a sponsor, don't hesitate to call us for more information at 616-405-0542 or 616-850-4819.
What up, everybody? We have returned, and we're trying to figure out what the hell a donkey punch was.
I'm 46. I got
What is a
CRS.
donkey punch?
I think it's like where you're doing it doggy style, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he just punches the back of her head.
I thought it was.
Am I right?
What's your advice on starting a podcast?
Oh, nice. Good question.
Good question. Well, we'll
Off
talk
topic,
about.
but
Yeah, that is definitely off topic. But
he already came.
Yeah, he's already done. No, we can talk about that after the show.
Ooh. Okay, so a donkey punch is the sexual practice of inflicting blunt force trauma to the back of the head or lower back of the receiving partner during anal or vaginal sex.
Never heard that one.
Again,
That's
I
another
like
new one,
pain,
Tracy.
but not like that.
Tracy, you better
No.
be check marking all of these.
Now, does that make her the ass then for being the receiver of the donkey punch, or is he the ass?
Oh, see, he just answered that.
Oh.
Jackson Johnson says it's basically bonking their head while getting clapped.
Now-
Punching her butthole with both legs knock out like a mile. Oh. Like they bonked their head basically while giving them back shots. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll have... Tracy, I hope you're still watching because these people are giving us some good ideas.
Now, have you ever done the scorpion?
I haven't done anything but the classic 1975 position.
The missionary.
So what is the scorpion?
Scorpion, once again, you're both on your knees, got the doggy style going, and then all of a sudden you just look down at that chocolate starfish and you just like... Make sure you use lube on that finger beforehand.
Oh, well, you're right. Yeah, because you don't want to
like
forget and
hide
stick your
it.
fingers
It's
in
supposed to be a surprise.
And don't forget, don't stick your fingers in your mouth. I'm just kidding.
Unless you like the taste of lube and shit.
Yeah, lube and shit. Literally. Lube and
And
shit.
don't ask her to kiss your mouth after that. Shit.
Right. Raging Bull. What is Raging Bull? What is that? Dang, we're learning some new ones today.
I feel like I'm back in sex ed.
I know, right?
Oh, raging.
Like Wally. Oh, he already said that.
Because I am a Taurus.
Mule. So, like, obviously, doggy style, is a classic. Because, that's pretty much what I usually finish not faster, but like more fuller, I guess you can say. But I don't know, it just feels good. But, I mean, there are some good ones that we can use, that we can share with the rest of the world. So if anybody has any other questions, go ahead and ask. We're going to be on for another 15 minutes, and then we're going to call it a night. But before we call it a night, let's go ahead and do our commercial break.
Here at Black River Studios, we offer great deals, best prices, and high-quality content. So if you're looking to advertise your business, be sure to get with Black River Studios for your next photo session, DJ booking, or music recording. We also do a live podcast called The Ben Herrera Show, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. We teamed up with Alpha One Music and Goat Entertainment to provide great content for the Holland community. There's no place like home, as they always say, so here, we are your home for entertainment, music videos, and films. Be sure to hit us up for your next event. Call us at 616-405-0542 or 616-850-4819. Or check us out at our website at www.brstudiosllc.com. We are also on every major social media platform.
All right, we're back from laughing our asses off for a second.
Yeah.
Marcos, actually, I think you meant Angry Bull because we looked that one up. If you want to go ahead and read that one.
In the doggy style position during sex, the man leans over and grabs a hold of the woman's shoulders tightly and calls her by her sister's or mother's name. The woman then begins to go into
We're
a
not
fit
doing
of
that one,
rage
Tracy,
and starts
sorry.
bouncing up and down like an angry bull. Man holds on as long as he can last before he falls off.
Yeah, we're not doing that because there's no way I'm going to, for one, Tracy, I don't even have a sister. And I'm not going to call her by her brother's name.
Mothers, not brothers.
I know, because she doesn't have a sister.
Oh.
Oh, man, that's funny. That's crazy. A red sock. What is a red sock? Dang, they're giving us some good ones.
No.
I don't know what that one is. But, yeah, I think, of course, there's things that, again, we learned tonight, mostly me. Because because, stress obviously messes with, your sexual life with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been, so it's almost like, okay, what are other ways for us to get around all that,
Right.
So, we try to figure things out, and we still end up doing something. But there's been, I hate to say this, there's been days where I'm like, or not days, but there's been weeks where we didn't do anything because I was too stressed out, where I'm like, I can't perform. So how do I get around that?
So what's the
I'm just
longest
gonna
that
win the
you've
lotto.
ever gone without masturbating or having sex? Like, no
Recently?
cummage ever.
Probably like 2 weeks, maybe 3.
How do your balls feel? Like,
Excuse me.
every day is another day that you haven't come. How does that affect your balls?
Honestly, it gets to a point where you have to masturbate, because then it's going to be like, where am I going to release all this, or when can I?
Yeah.
Because I know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of blindfold her, softly touch her in places that arouse her. That's a good one.
Wait, what?
Michael said blindfold her, and softly touch her in places that arouse her. That's a good idea.
Yes.
But because, like, excuse me, there's been times where, like, because in every man in this world is not going to lie and say they never masturbated in the shower, because I've had to do that a couple
Great
times.
cleanups.
And it goes down the drain. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, my ball. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. There's been days where I hate to say it, because I wanted to have sex, but I couldn't. But I still got to release it, so I had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I didn't want to, not against her wishes.
Right,
But
right.
it was more like, I'm sorry, babe. I have to release it. I can't let it sit there.
Right. It wasn't like a punishment from her,
Exactly.
which that's a totally different topic. But
Right.
yeah, like,
Exactly.
I mean, I'm the same way. There's times where it's like, man, it's been a while. And then all of a sudden, the smallest thing turns me on for no reason. I'm just like, Jesus.
See, and that's the thing is,
Like,
I even joked. I mean, we've never used it on this, but going down the slide. Really, Marcos? He said, "Dang, watching your kids go down the slide." Oh, that's a good one. But no, because there's like I said, there's, what do you say? Just get down there and hum on that. Bobby said, just get down there and hum on that. So, I mean, I get it. There's been times like, and a lot of it, and I'm sure every guy thinks of this too. I have that, what is that word? I keep feeling the hair. This hair right here. I need to shave my beard.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Me too. But I'm just kidding.
no, but I always think, and wouldn't have to masturbate if we have sex. Exactly, I agree. And, and it's not like I'm doing it because I didn't want to. But, try and guess her cup size from just few feels.
Oh, he ain't gonna touch me. He's married.
Oh, her? Yeah, I'm married.
But you guys can guess. This is my hand, and there's still more.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? I'm surprised that nobody ever said that. What Marcos just said.
What? I can't read.
You got a hawk too with that thing.
Dude, I I've never known a man that wants a loogie on his cock.
No, hell no. That's gross.
Like, and I can't spit. I'm not a spitter.
No.
I will lick on it.
There you go.
There we
There
go.
you go, guys. Anybody looking? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Jesus. That's going to be like
joking.
a
I know.
whole
There's a whole
party
lot.
full of men. Let's go. Yeah.
They're out there waiting. But no,
I'm going to be swimming in cum.
I'm guessing H. I don't know. Oh, H. See, I don't even know
It's
how to
a
even measure that.
triple D.
Triple D. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Tig-o bitties.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's just a lot of what is the word? I'm self-conscious about myself sometimes because I still think like
I'm very self-conscious.
like we've been married for 11 years, and I still feel like, am I big enough?
Right, but
You know what I mean?
to
Like
me, it's not about the size. It's about, are you pleasing her? And
that's
if,
what I mean. Like, can I even reach the backside? No, I'm just kidding.
it doesn't matter about the backside, though.
Oh.
Is she wet? Does she get wet? Do you feel that warmth and that flood or
Oh, yeah, of
whatever?
course I do.
Then your size is perfect.
Okay, well there you go, Tracy. Well, Tracy did say too that I'm good.
But that's your wife saying that.
Well, that's
You're mentally you're thinking she has to say that. You know,
Yeah, that's
she's
true.
got to say biased things to her husband. But I don't need to say anything to make you feel good about yourself because there's no
Right.
reason to.
That's true.
I'm just going to be straight with you that if you're making that thing warm and gushy and
Marco said my office is off limits.
uh-uh.
He's gonna lock the
Here
door.
I come.
Yeah, literally. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, and again, that was a lot of reasons too of like I basically like I'm gonna backtrack on that
Mm-hmm.
question you asked about. Do you look in the mirror after you get out of the shower?
Mm-hmm.
I do sometimes, but I look at myself and think, like, really? That's all I got? You know what I mean? Like, but then I sat and then I looked it up and I read that, you know, it's most men look at themselves like that.
Well, yeah.
So it's like,
and most girls prefer like a 4 to, a 6-inch anyway.
right.
And I've had smaller than 4 inches before, and he's still got the job done.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
You have never received your red wings. Wait, what? Ben, have you ever received your red wings? What does that mean?
You eat her out while she's on her rag. And
Oh,
so then
no.
you
No, I've never done
the
that.
whole when you come back, it looks like you got
Oh, yeah, I know.
fucking Joker smile. I don't know why they call it red wings. Why they don't call it Joker smile? Because the whole
Yeah, well, I don't even have sex when she's on her period. No, I don't.
right,
do that.
yeah. That could be like a religious thing. It could be just a comfort thing. I could never like
You
I
don't
had a
need to.
hysterectomy, so I'm an empty cake. But back then, when I did have it, it just was too painful. Like I didn't want you to touch me. I didn't want
See,
you to
and
look
that's
at
the
me.
thing.
Nothing.
Like, so with women that are on their period, so it hurts even more, or does it feel
For
different?
me, it did, but I had complications,
Oh.
which is why I had a hysterectomy.
Oh,
But
okay.
once I had the hysterectomy, it was like,
Like it was totally different.
yes.
Like almost back.
Because I really felt like I was broken down there because there were so many times that I would have a climax, like an orgasm, but the guys thought that I was faking because I was dry as a bone down there. And then after I had the hysterectomy, ooh, baby.
Yep.
I got the motion of the ocean down there. Yes, I do.
Saying that's the other thing too is like
I don't know
you know,
how.
with men. Oh, let's
That makes sense.
get with the question real quick.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
don't have to. You don't need to, brother. Heat up the oven before you put the meat in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's
That
what I
is
was
true.
saying earlier.
They look too good for how much it's covered. Oh, he's talking about your boobs still.
They look good for how much it's covered.
Yeah. You're...
Oh, well.
So this is for you.
Thank you.
Who's Jackson Johnson? You know him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he likes you.
Hi, Johnson Johnson.
There you go, Jackson. Here, let's put that on the big. No.
No.
I was just kidding.
No. Although maybe you could get a better look at the girls.
Oh wait, hold on. This
I
is
just
for
won't
Jack.
look. I
This is
just
for
won't.
Jackson Johnson. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. It's too low. Wait, there you go. Jackson Johnson. There you go.
There.
Girl,
That's for you,
you
Jackson.
says, girl, you sank the Titanic.
I sure did.
That's funny.
Yep.
But
Lovely.
yep. So we're past our 15 minutes, but
Oh.
we want to thank every. Is there anything else you want to add to it before we log off? Any quick little antidotes? Any tips? Any,
Yeah,
anything?
let's stop dogging on each other's bodies. Like, I've heard so many women throughout my life. I know everybody else has too. As soon
Thank
as
you,
y'all
Jackson.
break up or whatever, oh yeah, your dick is small.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a skin condition called HS skin disease. Very self-conscious about it. I don't give a fuck about my weight. That's not what I'm self-conscious about. I think I'm sexy as fuck the way I am. To be honest, I
There you
love
go,
the way I
ladies.
look. I love my curves.
You love your body how
Very-
you think.
Ain't nothing wrong with junk in a trunk and
There you go.
or in a belly.
See, ladies.
I got a belly too. I don't care. I love my
Right.
belly. You know?
There you go.
But it's like as soon as there's like the tank of the relationship or anything, it's always that gut punch. By the way, your body's disgusting and it makes me want to vomit.
Right.
Like,
I mean, then what was wrong with it when you were dating?
right. Exactly. Just like with the guy's dick the entire time, he satisfied you, and now all of a sudden, by the way, you got itty bitty. Like,
Right.
as if the dick is the only thing that matters on the man.
Right. You know, they do have eyes. I'm just kidding.
They do?
Where
are your eyes?
Thank you, Jackson, for watching. We appreciate
Yes,
you.
thank you, Jackson.
But yeah, so I mean, the reason behind this episode was to basically show the community that we're here to talk about anything and everything, like we said before. This topic was one that we very, very rarely did we ever. I mean, we threw some stuff into it, but not a whole episode. So this was the biggest reason why I wanted to do an episode like this, was somebody that felt comfortable doing it as well, giving their insights on it and their questions and answers and stuff like that.
Now's not the time to start getting flustered, Ben.
Right.
Stop it.
But I know, right? But no, I just feel like this community needs a wake up call, because we're all here to help each other out. So
Right.
So definitely, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Jackson. But more to come, because
More to come.
more to come.
That's what she
That
said.
word has got to get. That was one. You know what? You know what's funny? Because sometimes I'll think about that and I'm like, man, that sucks that word. It sounds the same, but it's spelled different.
I know.
And you're like, all right, I'm about to come. Like,
Yeah.
like you want to say, ew.
Or nobody says I'm coming anymore, like on their way out the door.
Yeah.
They say, here I come.
Yeah.
Like, when you're not, here I come.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know I was hiding.
Yeah. Bobby says you should do another one and have me on it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But no, that's another thing. Like, yeah, we joke around about stuff like that, and we're like, that's exactly because me and my brother would say that. Like, he'd be like, all right, I'm coming. I'd be like, ew. Why are you telling me that?
Fucking man.
Tracy is like Little Caesars, hot and ready, waiting for bed.
Wait, what?
Tracy is like Little Caesars, hot and ready, waiting for bed.
Well, Caesar
That's
sounds
a
good,
one.
too.
Oh, that does sound
I
good.
want some breadsticks.
Breadsticks.
So my PayPal is.
Go ahead and send her some $5.99. Wait, how much are they? 10. You know what? Just send her $15 so she can get a hot and ready and some pizza. I mean, some breadsticks. But
I really want that sausage, though.
that's.
Mm.
So yeah, definitely. So basically, oh, that's what I was gonna say too, because when I was joking, what I said, oh, I'm a what did I say? How did I say? I'm a grower, not a shower. So a lot of men probably look at themselves, and that's that goes along with the mirror thing.
Yeah.
It's like honestly, like I'll get dressed and I'll go stand in front of the mirror, obviously, not to be like girly, but I want to make sure
Well, right. There's nothing
there's
girly about that.
no, I mean like because there's been times where I went out not realizing that there's a hole in my shorts or there's a stain that I didn't even see,
Mm-hmm.
and so obviously we do that when we get out of the shower, and and I'm almost like I'm fine with my body, but
That's good.
so I mean because
You should be.
I got scars on my stomach,
Oh,
from surgery when I was a baby, and it's like Tracy accepts it, she
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
give a crap about
I
that.
think scars are sexy.
I mean, to me, it's like Tracy's laughing.
I act like I'm going to try to read it, and I still
Yeah.
can't.
The
effort's there.
Bobby says, my favorite is when you're going to your girls and she says, when you come in, then you say, hopefully about a half an hour before you. That's a good one. Or after you.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so definitely we want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a great show, great episode. Again, we talk about anything and everything, and this just proves it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to thank Lisa, aka Gemini, for being our guest today. Appreciate you coming in and
Yeah.
hanging out and being
Thanks
all
for having me.
agreeing to this because not a lot of people would.
Yeah, 100% consent.
Yep, exactly. So everybody, thank you for tuning in, and we will be back Wednesday night, hopefully with Javi, because I know he's been working mostly on Wednesdays, which unfortunately he can't be. There's been a couple weeks where he hasn't been able to come in, but hopefully we can get him back. If not, then we'll figure something out. So again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all of you, and we will be back Wednesday night, and we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Peace. Have a good night. Bye.